Is wearing a sari cultural appropriation if you're not in? So first, I think the answer is different in India than in the US. In India, like, you could do whatever, right? Because the majority of people are Indian. And unless you're like in a tourist center and you're in India, you're just seeing Indian people. So like you're one white person and you're wearing a sari, everyone's gonna be thrilled. Here in the US, like you're invited to an Indian wedding, people would want you to wear Indian dress. That said, I have to tell you, saris have a lot of styles and fads, and it changes really quick. Like blouse length, if you ever have an aunt who's Indian who tells you you have the wrong blouse length every time you ever see her, wait, that might be me. But like, there's a lot of fashion. I know that if you're not aware of it, you might not quite get it. I would say that I have found it's a little bit easier to pick like a salwar kameez because it's clear what's in style right now. But hey, that's just like a nuance. Then like, what about in your everyday life? You want to wear like just a dupatta because you do. I think most Indians wouldn't see that as particularly culturally appropriative, partly because Indians were exporting textiles also for as long as they were exporting jewelry. That said, all of that said, there is a specific type of white American woman who uses this to make her feel special and different, but also at the same time likes to kind of use yoga to feel better than Indian. I have literally been to yoga classes where they correct my pronunciation. English is not my first language. So it is not that it's appropriate, but it's often used by people who are appropriating Indian culture for real and using it against people who are Asian. Or really, those people hate anybody who's not white. So because you asked, I'm positive you aren't that person. It's the people who don't ask. Those are the ones who are in trouble. But again, go to an Indian shop. Maybe you haven't experienced like an import store with just Indians and only Indians go. They're on it. That color was not going to look good on you, she's going to say. She's like, oh, not for you. Gentle is usually not in their vocabulary.